Guys, our best days are yet to come. I'm doing a private live today in my clarity group called Narrative Warfare. And this is how Trump is going to get inside the heads every week. This is the 24th week of Trump. This is how this man is going to get into people's heads and try to manipulate everything. He just did it. We just saw a masterclass with Iran. We had 2,000 events. We had 10 million people. But what was the main talking points for the 10 days afterwards? Iran. He did a masterful manipulative. Yes, this guy acts dopey, weird, and stupid, but he's not dopey, weird, and stupid. I'm trying to tell you right now. He has dumb ideas, but he also is somebody who survived off his wits. I believe that he does have that dyslexia. I believe that he has other learning issues that he's covered up for with his other senses, his other talents that he's kicked up to cover up for. Pretty much like very clever people who don't know how to read and who are illiterate. Okay? Think about how much money Floyd Mayweather has just off of that. He doesn't even read, but this man's got hundreds of millions of dollars. He's lost money and made it back over and over again. Everybody always claiming he's broke, but he's not really. He loses some money, comes back. He mismanages the hell out of money, but he got a lot of it. A lot of it. With assets and everything. And what I want you to understand is that Donald Trump is not a fool. When he sat there in the Oval Office and Elon was dogging him out and his own child was dogging him out, Elon's kid was dogging him out, you notice he played low. Yeah, sure is. And the first thing that all of us who with experience and background said was run, Elon, because you're in trouble. And he is in trouble. And that's why Elon's talking like he is now. I told y'all they didn't make up, they made nice. I told y'all this was coming back. And now he's talking about third party and he's talking about doing all this crazy stuff. I'll talk about more of that later, but I want you to understand the bigger picture here. Please do. Understand that this man, Elon, is playing this game. I understand what this president is playing is dangerous. And what we have to do is watch what he's doing and make sure that we're on point. Like with what? The big, beautiful bill. Like with what? The deportations, the Aurelio Garcia's case. Like with what? The ICE raids that are happening. Like with what? All of these other things as far as him preparing to make moves on it. And the idea of what we got to do is keep attention on that to the people and back up and fight it. That's where it comes from. That's where a real has to happen. Don't get tied up into the BS. Don't get tied up into the drama. What we got to get tied up into is the focus. Our best days are ahead of us, believe it or not. Our best days are ahead of us. It's narrative warfare. But so far, we've been the ones winning. I said this weeks ago. It has to get worse before it gets better. It's like throwing up or diarrhea. It's horrible, it's nasty, it's yuck, it's ooh, but it's designed to save you. It has to get worse before it gets better. And what we're making an investment of sweat equity in is paying attention to what matters most. If you're not in my clarity group, you need to get in my clarity group. There's two groups you need to get into. My clarity group and my moneymaker group. I'm going to have a new video out about my moneymaker group. My moneymaker group helps people make money and makes money in two ways. You see how I'm talking here? You don't have to talk about politics. You can talk about whatever you want. You might say, Darren, I don't want to be on TV. Well, guess what? I got a new thing I'm adding to the moneymaker group today called Faceless Everything. Meaning, how do you do it faceless without Fiverr, without a ton of AI equipment? You can use some AI, but you don't have to be a technical genius to figure this out. I'm going to show you the simplest stuff ever. In fact, I'll give you a hint. Hi, everybody. I'm Darren Monroe, and this is my video. Or, hi, I'm Mr. Stranger. This is my video. All you got to do is point a camera at something or at several somethings and edit it. You can edit it, drag and drop on a phone so easy with the easiest software. And most of the stuff I'm teaching ain't had nothing to do with CapCut, for instance. I don't do CapCut because they might get X'd out with Twitter because they're owned by Twitter. I mean, by TikTok. They might be X'd out by TikTok because they're owned by TikTok. It's stuff like that I'm teaching you. How do you make some money? How do you pull off a bag the way that I did? This political thing, I've been able to turn into money. Well, guess what? You don't have to be in politics. You don't have to sell people. All you have to do is talk passionately about what you believe in and offer an opportunity. You ready for that? Reach out to me. You can go to my homepage or go to my description and go to Moneymakers. If you have questions, you can always email me at darrenmonroe.com. But in the Clarity Group is 3 events. We got 3 events a week happening, and one of which is tonight. I'm talking narrative warfare. You should jump in here. Okay, Thursday, I'm going to talk about how you can make you some money. How you need to make you some money. That's what I'm going to talk about Thursday. On Saturday, I'm going to talk about how you can empower your peace in the midst of Trumpism and how you need to be still, understand what's going on, understand what's real and what's not, and understand the difference between anger, anxiety, and assessment and strategy without stress. That's the Clarity Group. The Moneymakers Group, getting the bag, getting over yourself, and turning this into more opportunity than you thought. 5 figures a month. Is that something possible? Yeah, through time. Can you start off in the first 90, 120 days doing 4 figures a month? Yeah. Can you turn that into 5 figures a month? Yeah. So I encourage you. I want you to stay focused on what matters most, but don't let the narrative stuff fall off. And understand, again, the bigger picture is understanding what is out there, what opportunities are out there. And also, you got to be careful what you say to yourself. Some of y'all speak poverty into your world. Don't do that. I'm poor, I'm broke. No, if you're on the internet, you ain't poor and broke. Poor and broke don't have internet. Well, I'm on a struggling budget. Yes, I understand. But just because you're struggling, you could be in a financial situation and still not be broke. Thoughts become words and words become things. Do you realize that words are spells? Why do you think they call it spelling? It's words. You got to put forth great words and great things into your life. I'm what you call an optimistic realist. I'm going to tell you stuff that's real. Like I told you, I'll get y'all a passport ready. But I'm also an optimist saying, this country, it's been formed off of fighting. We are really a rebel nation, not rebel as in Confederate, rebel as in we rebel. We ain't taking shit off nobody. And then can't nobody come in. Presidents, Congress, judicial, they just can't come in and beat us up. We're here. That's what this is really about. Stand strong, everybody. Understand that this is going to be a rough one. Got to get worse before it gets better, but it is what it is. We're going to stay here and we're going to do this. If you have to flee for your safety, you have to do it. Some have already done so, and I understand. I'm not here to make that decision for you, but I am here to say, be prepared.